All right, hey, Kyle Lance Martin with reviveTX. I want to talk real briefly about this 40-day fast that we are asking those that are participating with the local churches in Dallas-Fort Worth, but those that are in the U.S. and maybe even internationally, but you want to fast for and on behalf of what the Lord is going to do in reviveTX. That's great. And I have to tell you, why do we fast? Why the discipline of fasting? Because I actually believe from our travels, we don't hear a whole lot about fasting, but Jesus said we should fast when He's not here. In fact, in Mark 2, remember there's this question about why do your disciples not fast, but yet the Pharisees' disciples do fast. And Jesus says in verse 19, He said, the wedding guests cannot fast while the groom is with them, can they? As long as they have the groom with them, they cannot fast. But in verse 20 it says this, this is Jesus talking, but the time will come when the groom is taken away from them, and then they will fast in that day. I really believe that Jesus is asking us to fast. Now, what's the purpose of fasting? Well, for me, it's to draw closer to the Lord. Yes, I actually believe you can fast and seek the Lord for healing. You can seek the Lord for healing of maybe an area in your life. So number one, Bill Bright, he has these 7 basic steps on how to fast and what does this look like. I think Bill Bright did an incredible model. He gave us a great model for what this could look like in the U.S., and it's kind of where I learned it from. And so number one is set your objective. Why do you want to fast? Why are you fasting for these 40 days? Now the calendar is going to go from March 1st, Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, all the way through, yes, Holy Saturday, which is April 15th. Now you'd say, well, that's longer than 40 days. That's true. But according to the Lent calendar, what they typically do is that Monday through Saturday they fast, and then on the Sunday, on Sabbath, they have a feast. That's kind of a tradition for the Lent calendar. So March 1st all the way through April 15th, then obviously April 16th is Easter. So number one, set your objective. Number two, make your commitment. What are you going to do for this fast? Now, Jesus, obviously, He fasted for 40 days with no food. Now, my challenge to you guys is ask the Lord, what do you want to do? What should you do? And seek the Lord on this. Very practically, I'm sitting in a kitchen. Maybe you should just eat fruits and vegetables, okay? Maybe you should not eat sugar. Maybe you should not eat or drink soda pop. Whatever the context is, I want to challenge you that it has something to do with food. I'm okay with people fasting from social media and doing certain things on their calendars. I think that's all totally fair, but I really want to challenge you in the fasting component, involve food somehow. So make your commitment. Number one, set your objective. Number two, he says, make your commitment. And number three, prepare yourself spiritually. Get your heart right. You want to start asking the Lord, are there areas in my life that I need to repent of? Start prepare yourself spiritually so that number four, you can prepare yourself physically. Now, I'm telling you guys, what I mean by the physical component, talk to a doctor, talk to somebody that you work with, somebody that has insight in the medical field about what can you and what can you not do, because obviously we don't want to put you in a place that's going to jeopardize your health. But I'm telling you, if you believe this is from the Lord, prepare yourself physically and get some input as well. But number five, this is huge for a fast. What I learned is you got to put yourself on a schedule. So if you're normally not going to eat a breakfast, or you're not going to eat a breakfast and a lunch, whatever the context is, then get into a routine of, okay, I'm not eating, but now I'm going to actually eat the Word of God. I know you're like, what? Remember, in John 4, this is the verse that carried me in a 40-day fast that I took in 2012. Scripture says in John 4:34, my food is to do the will of Him who sent me and to finish His work. The food can come from Him. The food can come from doing the work of the Father, which means that when you're not doing what you normally do, go to Him. Cry out to Him. Talk to Him. Journal. Sing. Whatever it is that puts you in the place of being with the Lord. Prepare yourself physically, spiritually, but then put yourself on a schedule. Now, number 6, Bill Bright says, end your fast gradually. I got to tell you, I'm not really sure how that one quite works, because when I finished a 40-day fast, I love chips and queso from Qdoba, but man, I dug right into chips and quesos. I can't give you that advice, but I will tell you, just take it slow. Don't just jump all in and gorge, because I'm telling you, this is a process. I love this, that fasting should be, and you should desire to draw closer to Him. And number 7, I think this is a really interesting one. Expect results. Expect God to actually show up and respond to you wanting to draw near. Maybe there are going to be some prayers specifically for some specific things, like I'm praying for more laborers. Why? Because in Luke 10 it says, cry out to the Lord to harvest more laborers. Expect God to show up. What I believe is that part of our fasting, we should walk by faith. And so yes, it's 40 days, but my challenge is that we right now, you guys, we have 250 some congregations that have jumped on board. Can you imagine if many people across the Dallas-Fort Worth area began to fast and cry out to the Lord, I believe not only would we draw closer to the Lord, but I really believe God would show up in a really unique way that only He could get the glory and the honor and the fame. So if you would, just pray about it. We're going to start March 1st, Ash Wednesday. We're going to go all the way to Holy Saturday, the day before Easter. My prayer is that you'll join us. Every day we're going to be having out these simple prayers that you can follow along on social media with Revive Texas. And my prayer is that this 40 days would radically change your life, because I know it has mine. For more information about this, you can go to reviveTX.org. Thanks.